All right. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. Obviously, Todd is not here tonight. I apologize you're stuck with me. But we'll go ahead and get started. Joe, if you want to hit the soft support group meeting guidelines.
Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate. And please only one person speak at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is gladly provided. You can turn your paperwork into the table on the other side of this wall prior to the meeting. You can pick it up at the end of the meeting. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress. And in the spirit of Todd, I'm going to really emphasize that rule. Please try to stay in the meeting during the whole time. Smoking or vaping should be done away from all entrances out of respect for those who choose not to partake. Also, in the spirit of Todd, if you are smoking or vaping, guilty party, please stop. And please dispense of all trash in a garbage can and do not litter on our premises.
Thank you, Joe. Who has our guidelines for living lifestyle recovery?
I still got them.
Awesome. Right.
Lifestyle recovery. Guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guideline 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue the destructive lifestyle. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, sir.
You are quite welcome.
All right. This time we do introductions, and if you have not been here before for introductions, you're not required to say you're an alcoholic or an addict. But if that's something that you like to do for your own recovery, that's perfectly welcome. But we just want to know your name, why you decided to join us, and if there's anything we can do specifically to help.
Sorry. My name is Joe. I come to Racing for Recovery to get inspired. And every time I come here, I refill my positive fuel tank, and it allows me to keep moving forward for the rest of the day.
I'm Jake. I come here for the positivity. I've kind of been feeling down for the past few days ever since I kind of hurt myself. So just being able to talk to these guys and knowing that they're here for me means a lot.
I'm Dan. I came to kind of check it out as an alternative to AA.
And Kelly. I'm here to support my son's recovery.
I'm Andrew. I'm here to be in a sober community and be around positive people.
I'm Tyler, and I'm here to remain teachable and learn.
I'm Kelly. This is my first time here, and I'm coming to check it out.
My name's John. I'm here, same reason, check it out, first time.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Marlon, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Jason. I'm here for the camaraderie and to also learn.
I'm Ron. I come here because this place saved my life. I also come here to remain, teachable and to learn something new every day.
I'm Sherry, and I'm here to maintain my sobriety and learn how to live instead of just existing.
I'm Connie. I'm Dustin's mom. I'm here to support him, and I'm proud to say 62 days sober today.
My name's Dustin. I come here for a whole lot. Mainly support, motivation, inspiration, and to keep moving forward with my recovery.
My name is Matthew. I come to Racing for Recovery to change my life in every aspect of it. Without this place, I wouldn't be who I am today.
I'm Brad. I came here as the request of a friend and to show support. Thank you.
I'm Candace. I came for the first time last week. I really enjoyed it, so I'm back again for the positivity. Hi, I'm Diane. I'm a mother of an addict, and I'm here to support her and everyone in this room.
I'm Emily. I'm here to continuing to better myself and for the positivity.
I'm Mike, and I come here to see my friends and family and so follow positivity.
I'm Jennifer. I'm here because my recovery must come first, and I know I'm not alone.
I'm Nikki. I'm here so I can stay on the right track, and I like positivity.
I'm Jen. I'm here because I love the positivity.
My name's Jennifer, and I love Racing for Recovery. I'm healing here. I'm learning how to trust here, and it's just a great place to be in. I wouldn't know how to do this. I tried to do this, and intellectually, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't understand that I was dealing with something on an emotional level that you just can't deal with on your own. And I find the support and the help that I need here.
My name's Kelly, and I come to Racing for Recovery because the information and knowledge in this room is above and beyond anything you're going to find anywhere else.
I'm Shelby, and I'm here because in this place is where I gain education to be able to teach or help others the way I am doing.
I'm Emily, and I work in this field, so I'm helping. I try to help people every day, but this is where I come to help myself because being sober isn't just what I do; it's who I am.
My name's Quentin. I'm here to give and get support.
Jump back over here, Marianne.
Hi, I'm Marianne, and I'm here to support Mike and everybody else. And we've been in a couple situations recently that seen some old friends that we hadn't seen in a long time, and it just felt really good to have these people see the changes in us and to the positive, and just showed how important it is to support your loved one and to be there for them, and it kind of comes back to you too.
I'm here, my name's Mike, here tonight because Thursday nights have become date night for us. And also here to give moral support for Mr. Bieber.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Kevin. I'm here for support.
I'm Katie. I just like coming here. It's like a positive way of learning like the different sides of it between like families and people actually coming here.
My name is Denise, and we started coming because addiction is shattering our family. So we came here, and I walk out with peace of mind.
I'm Brad, and I come here as an alternative to the 12-step program. Thanks.
I'm Gary Stevens' dad. I'm here to learn and give back.
I'm Debbie Stevens' mom. I'm here to support our son, 38 months sober.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm here because this program gave me my life back, and I will continue to support it.
I'm Alexis, and I'm here to give support and just continue my awesome week.
My name is Kimmy, and I am here for the first time just checking it out and seeing what it's all about.
My name is James. I'm here to better myself, to save my life.
Me?
Yep.
Hello everybody, my name is Tim. I come to racing on Thursdays in particular. It really keeps me grounded. I really enjoy this meeting. Also, I had a couple old timers tell me that the cure was in the coffee. I don't know what that means. But Todd gives it to me, so I'm going to keep coming and drinking it.
I'm Renee, and I come here because this meeting taught me how to take care of me and let Megan take care of her, and it helps our family stay together.
I'm Diane,
I'm Diane, and I'm Jordan's mom. I'm here to support him, all his friends and family, and hopes of seeing his brother in here someday.
I'm Susan, and I'm here because I need to be here.
I'm Penny. I'm here because it's just a room full of hope.
I'm Justine. I keep coming here because I support this program and what it's done for myself.
Brian, came here tonight for unbiased views on addiction. Everybody's angle and different perspectives on it, not just through the eyes of an addict.
I'm Jay. I came here to aid in my recovery and to be around positive people and family and friends.
I'm Juliana. I'm here for the first time to try to learn and see what I can get out of it.
Hi, I'm Shauna. This is my first time here, and I'm here to become an active participant in my recovery.
I am Jessica, and I'm here to support my nephew and his road to recovery.
I'm Sharon. I'm his grandmother, and I'm here to support him.
My name's Sean. It's first time here. Just here to get some information.
I'm Michael. I'm here to plant another positive seed in my life and hopefully somebody else's life.
I'm Brian. Here to support my brother Michael.
I'm Esther. I'm here to support my son Michael.
I'm Sandy, and I'm thankful for all the tools that I learned years ago when Racing for Recovery first started. And I have been able to use these tools to help my son, who, sad to say, is walking in my shoes. It's just support stuff.
I'm Stefan, and I'm here to listen and learn.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a firm believer this program works, and everybody gets a chance to work and it works for them. I hear a lot of good output on it. Listen to a lot of good people that respond to that and work for them. I'm interested.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here to better my life and to surround myself with people with the same goals and focus that I have.
I'm Scott. I'm here to learn. I'm here for the support to help me continue my sobriety.
I'm Ann. I'm here to get encouragement.
I'm Frank. I'm here for the positive input in my life.
My name's Tom. I come here to continue to learn.
I'm Joe. I come here because I always learn something new about myself.
I'm Will. I'm here for the positive energy. It's also to create the balance of my sobriety.
My name's Ben. I come here to learn.
My name's Nikki, and I'm here to support Ben and as an investment in our future together.
Mike, I'm just here to listen, learn, and hopefully get some help from him.
My name's Terry. I'm Michael's mom, and my reason pretty much sums it up in guidelines number 8 to help him to get a better life.
I'm Pat. I'm here for the positivity and to give support, and each time I come here, I go home and I learn something from this meeting.
I'm Grandma. I'm the grandmother of a recovering addict. He's doing very well, I understand. Because of a court order, I can't see him. I miss him a great, great deal. It's been since January that I've seen him. I'm just proud. He's a result of the program. His recovery is the result of this program. And I found out yesterday that he watches this every Thursday night because he gets to see his grandma and a lot of his friends that are here. So, and I give free hugs.
Rick, jump up to you.
My name is Rick, and I'm here to support and participate in this program in memory of my son Jacob.
I'm Rachel. I'm just grateful for this program, grateful to be a part of it.
I'm Courtney. I'm here because racing is saving my life.
I'm Barb. I'm here for support and to learn better how to give support.
My name's Brian. I'm here for support for my brother and just more knowledge.
My name's Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody in the program and to continue to learn.
My name is Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe and to pass on the message that was given to me a long time ago that for family members, keep coming back here because there is hope. Just keep coming back.
My name's Shelby. I'm here to turn my habits around, and I'm grateful to be here tonight.
My name's John. I'm here to support Shelby and get some optimism out of this room. Last time we were here, I felt energized, and I really appreciate that, everyone, so thank you.
My name's Drew. I'm here because I've learned that idle time is the devil's workshop, and trying to use some of that time to learn something new, I guess.
I'm Taylor, and I'm here to continue my recovery and learn something new as well.
My name is Sandy, and I'm here to support my granddaughter Taylor and her boyfriend Drew.
I'm Cameron. I'm here to learn more about myself and to get and give out support.
My name is Brian, and I'm here to support my son, Cameron.
I'm Kelly. I'm here to support Cameron. I'm Beth. I'm here because I didn't really want to be here tonight, so that's why I'm here.
I'm Nancy, and I'm here to support my son.
Joe. Joe, you introduce yourself. All right.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here to keep myself on track and take part in what's going on here.
Todd Bieber, and I'm just proud to be a part of this program that's helped so many people before me, myself, and a lot of people down the road too. So happy to be here. Who's got the answer?
Hi.
Todd.
The answer is my Donald Lee Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, each breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being, full of thoughts and feelings, and I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Kelly, do you have your poem?
I do. What Racing for Recovery means to me. R, respect yourself enough to quit using. A, accept the challenges that lie ahead. C, commit to your recovery. I, include friends and family on your journey. N, never doubt your will to succeed. G, give yourself credit for your accomplishments. F, focus on the positive things you want in life. O, overcome your fears and keep moving forward. R, remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. R, reach out to others and to give and receive support. E, expect holes in the road, choose another road. C, care for your body, we only get one in this lifetime. O, open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. V, victory comes from a balanced lifestyle. E, educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. R, racing for recovery saves lives. And Y, you will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thank you. Real quick, I'd like to see again, because I know there was quite a few new people. If you are new, raise your hand, please. First time in here. Awesome. I encourage everybody that is new, and if you've been coming for a while and you haven't grabbed them, grab all that literature that's been read, the different poems that Kelly read, that Tyler read, the guidelines. There's some really good stuff in there. And if you really dissect those and invest yourself into what they're talking about, a lot of good things can come. That's the foundation of what this program is. So please grab those out on the table along with the schedule on your way out if you are new tonight. On an announcement standpoint, I did want to start talking about this. So October coming up, October 28th, we're just about 2 months out from that. We have 525 people signed up. Like 2 years ago, that's how many total people did it. Last year we had over 830. We're going to be well over 1,000 this year. So please sign up early. Get involved in that. The sooner you can get signed up, the better we stand a chance. We're guaranteed from shirts, medals, and all that stuff, sizes being right. So please sign up for that race. That is October 28th, like you said, and that is out at Lourdes University. And if you're interested in volunteering, if you're not going to be running or walking in the race, please sign up for that too. You can connect to all that through our website, and then it'll take you to the run sign up for that. So I had a couple topics, but I did want to open it up if anybody had anything that they really wanted to address or discuss tonight. I'd like to give that opportunity so that it's not brushed aside and we get off track and somebody doesn't have the opportunity to bring up something that was on their mind. Anybody have anything in particular? Crickets. All right, so one of the topics I had written down was consistency in sobriety. So I think that could go for quite a long time, and I know there's a lot of very dedicated people that are in here that have proven and shown what that consistency in sobriety can lead to. So obviously there's some new people, and they may be obviously just new to our program, or they may be new in sobriety in general. So I think it's always good to discuss some of those things that people are doing to be successful, because that's a lot of the stuff that I wanted to hear early on too. And I kind of gravitated to what others were doing that worked and try to implement some of those practices in my own life. Jake?
Yeah, so I've been coming here for quite some time now, and I was consistently hitting the gym or being active in some sort of way in this program. And with my injury, I kind of have to switch up my positive alternative. The other day I went to the park and I started writing, or I've also been reading, so that takes myself out of my own head and kind of has my imagination go somewhere. I've learned all that stuff by consistently coming to this program and keeping an open mind and learning from the people I wanted to be like. So with that being said, just keep doing that. Should I have kept going?
Consistency has been something that's been really hard for me in recovery. I've been shuffled around place to place trying to maintain sobriety in places that weren't good, and finally going to a sober house where I have everything planned out for me has helped keep me on track so much more and kept my thoughts focused on recovery. I don't know, that I've had.
Thanks. Jordan?
In the beginning, consistency was really foreign and difficult for me because I wasn't used to doing anything consistent other than using. And my life was chaos, and it not being chaotic was weird. So to do the same thing every day was really hard for me, and I had trouble finding my way into what I liked or whatever. And now, I don't think I've been late to work at all. And that's one of the things I pride myself in. I constantly go to work on time. I consistently make sure I at least hit one meeting. This is my big meeting for the week. I make sure I get here for this. But if I'm consistent with stuff gets better. It's when I'm inconsistent that things get out of whack for me, and then everything falls apart. And there's people that have left here and shown us in less than 24 hours being inconsistent can take everything away. And I would like to keep all the stuff I've got now.
Wait. For me, in the beginning, when I first got here, it was just consistently not using, not drinking. And they kept telling me, just keep coming. So I kept coming to IOP and meetings consistently. Until I got to the point, I'm like, okay, so I'm not using, I'm not drinking, and I'm still coming, now what happens? And I started picking up little things like making my bed consistently every day. I still do it. If that's all I do that day, my bed's made. And I talk about that a lot in here because that was a little thing that changed the way I was living. And then I consistently started going to church, stayed consistent in my faith, my prayers, my studies, consistently bettering myself, self-care, doctor's visits, consistently making them, dentist visits, taking care of things that's been neglected over the years. Drug abuse, you didn't take care of yourself ever. And so just consistently taking care of myself. And eventually, my consistency wasn't just helping me, it started helping other people. And then I would start working on humility, consistently being humble, consistently being grateful, and empathizing with people. Just living a completely different lifestyle. At that point, it wasn't about not using or drinking no more. It was about living. And I've been here, I don't want to say only, but 8 months. And I've accomplished more in 8 months than I did in 30 years of addiction, by far, by far. When I first got here, I wouldn't speak like this. I wouldn't even look up. And I think I might have mentioned that sobriety sucked. But it's been really good. It's been really good. It's just been really great.
I heard, from Jake talking a little bit and seen him a little more this week and dealing with some adversity in his sobriety. I know there's been a lot of people, don't make me call you out because you know who you are, that have some really good ideas on how to handle that adversity in their sobriety. When, we've heard Todd talk about it before, when he would put everything into, training for the Ironman, and that was where his entire life was put, he was lacking in other areas, or if he dealt with an injury, it would really be detrimental, or he'd be going through a rough time. I know there's a lot of awesome people in here that have put in different, or done different things during their sobriety, when maybe their go-to of running or working out or whatever it may be, painting, when one of those things isn't able to be done, that they've started to implement and explore other options, kind of like we talk about in our guidelines. Does anybody have any examples of the adversity that they've faced and the different things they've done or tried to help get through that until the time comes back where you work through an injury or whatnot to deal with that? Yes, sir.
I'm Dan. I've been sober a year, September 7th, and my mom was real sick, and I went through a pretty rough time in my life, and the way I dealt with it was drunk 24/7. For her to see me in that state of mind, and that the only time I was sober is when I'd go up and see her, and then of course as soon as I left I'd get a couple tall boys. But so she passed away June 1st, and by that time I had 9 months sober. So we were there, and I got to kiss her and got to tell her I love her, and I got to watch her take her last breath. But it was a blessing because she got to see me sober, and at the same time it was my first real adversity to my sobriety, through church and prayer and family, and I had kind of distanced myself from most of my family, mostly because I was ashamed of what an ass I had been, when I was drunk. So it was a chance that she got to see us all kind of reunite and make amends, and our relationships now are better than they ever were. So the way I dealt with that was constant prayer, and instead of drinking on Saturdays now, I plan on cooking something, and this will be the first time that I've ever watched Notre Dame beat Michigan sober.
Urban Meyer still suspended. I had to say something.
Jason.
Hi, everyone, I'm Jason. Consistency for me, it's definitely played an important role. Whether you're, doing something on a day-to-day basis, it's important to stay consistent. Because once you get out of being consistent on things, you start to get lax. And then when you get like that, then you start to forget why you got sober. Oh, I don't want to, I'm not going to be consistent if I don't go to meetings. Just staying proactive. It could be taking care of your personal hygiene, to, helping do service work, to helping the next sick and suffering addict or alcoholic. I also believe too, it's important to stay consistent in your spiritualness too, for myself speaking. My God, as I understand Him, I get on my hands and knees and I pray, and by doing that, that keeps me humble, it keeps my ego in check, and definitely helps me be grateful and have gratitude towards things. So I think you got to stay consistent in a lot of things in order to help your sobriety. It's when you start getting to that mind frame where you stop praying, okay, and then your ego gets out of control, right? I got this, right? I don't have to go to I can watch this on TV. I don't have to come here, or I don't have to get up and go to these meetings. I can just sit back in the backfield and just listen to others and not speak. I don't have to go out there and start, I got a year sober or whatever. I don't have to, get phone numbers. And I think that's why that you can't get complacent. I think that's where that consistency comes in. And it really, truly does play an important role. And you have to stay on that, I know one of my major downfalls was I had 3 years sober. And you couldn't tell me nothing. I had it in check, but I wasn't going to meetings. I wasn't staying proactive. I wasn't doing service work. I just basically got complacent and wasn't staying consistent about things. And it really does. It plays a major role, and then my ego, I stopped praying as much. And, today I'm just grateful. Now, I've actually learned something from that, though. I can't get the 3 years I had, but I can get the 3 years I got coming. And so, just for that, I'm grateful. I'm just grateful to be around all you guys. I definitely want to get to know everyone in this room. Phone numbers, people out there watching. This is great. I got so far in my addiction, I forgot what it was like to be sober and actually be happy. And I'm realizing now, like, wow, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling great. I love it. You know what I mean? I did a before and after photo. I got like 47 days sober, and I had a photo on my phone from when I first came in, when I went in before I got in this program, and till now. And it's just amazing how much I transformed. And I seen one of my friends, Sherry. Sherry showed me some pictures, and I was like, is that you? And she was like, yeah, that's me. And I'm like, wow. But you know what I mean? It just, as time goes, feeling better, looking better, and I'm just grateful for that. So that's all I got. Awesome.
Kelly.
I kind of had to chuckle when I read the victory comes from a balanced lifestyle tonight, because I just feel like I'm so far out of balance right now. I feel like a weeble. Remember the weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I know where to come to get my balance, and even when it's not a meeting, or I'm at work, or I'm just at home dealing with stuff, I can pick out certain people or certain circumstances or instances that just bring me right where I need to be. I draw strength from literally every person in this room at different times when I need it. And, it kind of goes back to like the there's more than one way to get to Cleveland book we always talk about, or I always talk about. It definitely, Todd talks about having his routine, his Groundhog Day. I literally eat the same thing for breakfast every day. I may have a different flavor yogurt, but I'm having yogurt. I may have a different kind of Belvita, but I'm having Belvitas. Fruit, usually pineapple. Lunch, it doesn't vary much either. But what that gives me is consistency. I know what to expect. It reduces my anxiety. It helps me not stress over silly things. It's just part of balance. It's part of my consistency. I come here consistently, and that's just what works for me. And I've seen so many people come and go, and so many people stay, so many people come back, so many people that once they understand that consistency and picking up bits and pieces from what you learn from other people here and putting those into your puzzle the way it fits into your puzzle, because my puzzle is different than your puzzle. My pieces are going to fit differently than your pieces. And hence there's more than one way to get to Cleveland. But this program will teach everyone everything they need. I love it when people say they remain teachable, because that literally is the key to overcoming adversity. running was my thing for a while. I never ran before I started this program, and I always said when I started this program, if I'm running, you better run too because something's chasing me. And I tried it, and I liked it, and then I loved it, and then I kept doing it, and I was like, this is great. And then I got a foot injury, and then I had that foot injury for like 6 or 8 months, and I wasn't running, and I was going crazy. But I found other things to do, and some of those other people showed me. Some of those I took and showed other people. I shared with other people. You know, something as silly as painting rocks. You know, there's a kindness movement with the painted rocks going on. And yes, I still do it. And we had a party here painting rocks, and it was fun. We had a great time. And you know, other people in this program are doing that now. And it's just the little things that mean so much. Just invest your time in this program, and it will come back tenfold.
I'm glad you brought that up, because when I was talking about adversity and changing things, you're exactly one of the people that I was thinking of, because that was awesome, because you really, I know it was hurting you a lot from the standpoint of not being able to do what you started to really enjoy and were moving forward with and completing different events and races, and you were happy doing it, and then the injury came, and to see the joy that you still got in doing a different activity and branching out for something you weren't doing, that was awesome. And like you said, a lot of other people got to participate in that too, and it helps others to see that they can do fun things that they may not have tried as well. So thank you for raising your hand and talking too. Emily, did you have your hand up?
Yeah. One of the things that helps me stay consistent, so it's kind of like two things, but I don't know, I hope I articulate this right. I am not someone that just usually like keeps whatever's going on to myself. I'll usually tell everybody I know that I trust and care about that will give me what I know I need to hear, like an opportunity to give me a new perspective. So whatever it doesn't have to be anything tumultuous. It can be something just I'm irritated about, but I'll go to Shelby, I'll go to Quentin, I'll go to this person, I'll go to that person, and I'll get all kinds of feedback with ways that I can handle it instead of just sitting in it and unpacking there and then it turning into a parallel universe of the worst case scenario that probably isn't even going to happen. So that helps, but what I found in each of the different people that I consider my sober support system, if we want to give it a name, to me, this is my sober family. I am learning not only different perspectives, but different tools that I can use that helps me cope with, anything. Stress, not knowing what to do next, trying to make a big decision, and I don't just have to tell the road when I'm running or go to the gym and lift weights, but I can get some paint out and paint or draw or throw some music on that maybe have never heard before. And I have all of these different tools now. I can write, and so I'm keeping people close to me that can teach me these things, because I didn't think I could paint, and I learned that I can. But I remember not thinking I could run, and then I could run. So it's kind of like, whatever you think you can't do, yeah. Well, with sobriety, anything's possible.
Is it Brian? Right.
Yeah.
I like what you said, to hear unbiased views from all sides of it. We haven't heard much from family members at this point so far, so I'd like to obviously hear a little bit from that perspective, from the consistency in sobriety or inconsistency and what that struggle does to the family members.
I'm Diane. When you guys were talking about consistency with you guys, I noticed, and that is a huge thing about consistency, because before she just went out last time, I noticed the consistency stopped. But it stopped. It was like the routine completely stopped, and I could tell something was going to happen.
I just felt it, and the problem with that is that as a family member, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was coming to the meetings and talking to people, and people would come up to me and I would express it, but when you see it happening in front of you, it's so hard to change it, because obviously I can't change it, she has to change it, or anybody has to change it. But when a family member sees the consistency stopping, it scares the hell out of us, because we know what the next step's gonna be. And if any family members in here, you know, I just keep saying come back too, because it got me through what I needed to get through. Because if it wasn't for here, I mean, I would have lost it numerous times, and I lost it numerous times in here crying. But yeah, I mean, you guys stay consistent. I remember raising children at a little age, and people would tell me routine. If you get them in a routine, you know, they're comfortable in a routine. You know, they know what to do, and when they go outside that routine, they kind of don't know what to do. So if you stay in that consistency in that routine, you know what to do next.
Nikki?
Yeah, so I have a little premise here behind this, but I've had a lot of experience with a lot of different loved ones with addictions, but one that's weighing on my mind particularly tonight is my dad, whose 76th birthday is today. He's not here, but and so he has had a drinking problem for as long as I can remember, and it's always been a fight. It was a fight in high school, it was a fight in college, it's been a fight, you know, until this very day. Well, he just had a heart surgery. He had a valve replacement. It went really well. Everything was good. And we're like, okay, now you got a fresh start in life. So treat your body good, you know. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be good. But then he says over the years, I've consistently heard these same things that end up being a problem. So things like, it's not as big of a deal as you think it is, or I just like it. Stuff like that. You guys all know what I'm talking about. But it just brings me to the point that I think it's really important to be able to recognize consistently when it's the addiction talking and not the actual voice in your head. It's like there's a second voice in there that's like lying to you. You know what I mean? Just lying and whispering in your ear and you're like, oh, that's fine, or you know, he was talking about ego. Maybe that's ego. I'm not really sure what it is, but if y'all can just recognize when it's not really you talking, you know, the good voice in there is, like, you know, in there really what the right voice is. But that little, if you consistently can recognize when that little voice is talking shit in your ear, it'll probably help a lot.
Susan?
Okay, so I am a family member. And this is really hard, but okay, most everybody here knows that Jeff is my brother. And he's been gone for 9 days. And I miss him so bad. Thank you. And I don't know what happened. It caught us blindsided. I didn't see where he was doing anything wrong, but something happened. And I don't know what it is. But I'll tell you one thing. He hates where he is right now. He hates it. But he doesn't know how to get out of it. And it just hurts so bad to talk about this because I know that a lot of people in here are really, really, really disappointed. And that breaks my heart because I know your hearts are breaking. And I don't know. As a family member, it's just really hard, but I do know one thing. For 11 months, this place saved his life. And you can't take that away. I mean, he had it going on, and I don't know what happened. And I am waiting for him to come in those doors again. I'm just waiting. And I hope we don't have to wait too long. And you guys, those of you that know Jeff and love him, please don't be mad at him, because he's not doing this on purpose. Like, I'm not mad at him. I'm just very, very, very sad, because I love him like a son, and I miss him, and I want him back. And I don't know, maybe this might sound kind of sick, but maybe it's kind of a good thing, because maybe if somebody in here is struggling, you know, maybe it's a wake-up call that it's like, wow, you can be doing really good and you can fall. Because we've seen it happen. It just happened 9 days ago with my brother. And so I don't know, I just hope that somehow his tragedy helps somebody. That's all.
Benny?
Talking about consistency, like this is like blowing my mind, because when we moved out here from New Jersey, Bobby was 18. And he was a senior in high school. We had to do it. We had to move. You know, there was no, my husband's job was transferring, and that was it. Literally just sitting here and listening, it finally hit me how his life was completely shattered, and how, like, we all left home. You know, home was there. That's where we were. That was our roots. Yeah, our whole family came. Like, my whole family came with us. Everybody worked for Ford and everybody transferred, but like my kids, like I am like completely blown away by guilt right now, because as myself, I was reeling from this move, you know, out here, like where it was like literally, when we moved out here, Holloway was like a flashing light. Like there wasn't even, like it was culture shock, like, oh my gosh, like I can't even believe it now, like how he felt, how my daughter felt. Like there was nothing consistent here for them. Their worlds were pulled right out from under. We were older, I had my husband, I had my parents, but they were kids. Like I am literally just feeling it how it was 13 years ago for them. And that's sad on my part as a parent. But I'll use that as a tool, and I'm humbled to the core. Like I will say, I dropped the ball there as a parent. Like I didn't even think about it. Like holy cow, like I can remember them walking into Springfield High School, and they had their arms around each other and they were crying. And I pulled away, and you know what song was on? That one, Wake Me Up When September Ends. Who's that, Green Day? Yeah. Like I can't hear that song till this day. I got goosebumps. Like I cannot even believe it. Like just one thing like that. And I know that's what led Bobby into using. Like I know that he's stated that he was devastated. Holy crap! So whoever could use something from that, take it.
I just want to say this program has saved Jordan's life. Literally, has saved his life. All these great people and friends and support that we've never had from anybody in our family. No family, nothing. Just Jordan and I and his brother. And now Jordan's doing really well, and now he's got a couple different options going on that he's talked to me about changing, and I'm really scared. I'm really scared. I don't know how to let go of that you know, I don't want to get that phone call that he relapsed again. You know, it's just a change, and I pray for him to leave here and do something else. I just kind of want to hear sometimes from you guys. I know you have all the tools, and you come to the meetings, but I don't understand the relapsing, I guess. If you're coming and you have phone numbers to call, you got your support group here, you know, when we almost lost Jordan back October, I thought everything was going good, and he's coming here, and you know, I've got 3 of those phone calls between Jordan and his brother, and it's scary. And I don't know how to let go of that fear and trust, and I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Just from the time that I spent in this room listening and learning over the last couple of years, one thing that kind of stands out on this topic is I don't think it's enough to just string so many days together of not using. I don't think it's enough to find an activity that you do day over day over day. But it seems like one of the key things that it seems like has helped people here is addressing the reasons why they use in the first place. And I think that that's got to be a continuing thing too. You can't just say, aha, I got it. I figured that out. That's why I did that back then. But I think it's something that's got to be ongoing, you know, addressed on a daily basis, and don't let yourself fall in the same traps, you know, and don't let one little thing that goes wrong or whatever throw you, you know, 180 from the path you're on also.
Sandy?
I used Racing for Recovery years ago to help my sobriety. I have issues that are ongoing. I suffer from major depression. And as long as I used, the depression didn't bother me until I was done. Okay, I have since found out certain medications don't work for me because they did a DNA test. They didn't have back then. So I'm in the process of getting myself together, and after 19 years of sobriety, come this October, I can relate to what these ladies are going through. The process of relapse happens way before they actually relapse, because they think it, scheme on it and whatnot, and then finally one day they do it. When they're done in that cycle, they feel like shit. I've just had to recently go through my son using, which after all the way I screwed up their lives when they were growing up, I never thought this would happen. And I've got 3 sons, and I know all 3 of them have used coke. Whether they want to admit it to me or not, I know it. And in April, I got my car repoed. I lost my house. I'm now staying with my oldest son. I had to cut, I've been in the hospital for my kidneys and whatnot. It was one thing after another. My consistent thing was, I didn't use today. Today's a good day. No matter how screwed up my life, you know, a lot of people say, man, you've been through a lot of shit here recently. No, I didn't use. And not everybody knows I'm an addict or how long or whatever. They don't know that. But today, before I go to bed, I can sit down and I can say, thank you, Lord. I didn't use today. I want to thank you for helping me make it through the day. I have had to go through where I told Stephen, I love you, but I don't like what you do. I had to put him out of my house, which this is going back to what I learned years ago. And it was hard, it hurt, and it broke my heart. And I'm coming out and venturing, and I have some things I need to heal from that I don't understand how to heal from it. So I understand where you're coming from too, but what I did is every time you called me said, Mom, I can't do this, I just can't do this. Are you ready? And finally one day he called and says, Mom, come and get me, take me to the hospital. I did. They put him in a program through Unison. He's now in Empowered for Excellence. Every day he's there is a blessed day to me. He tells me things about the stupid shit people do. I can't believe they do. Right there, I mean, you're between the prison release and the homeless folks and this, and you're still trying to, you know, play the game, but it doesn't work. But every day he's in there is another day he's getting better and whatnot. To do the things I had to do, and I'm still doing today, which I feel I've made the right choice as a parent in that. I didn't do this when these guys were little. Like he told me, boy, we could tell when it was Friday. Mama gave us money and away she'd go. I did that, and I admit that, but I want a better life for my kids, and I'm trying to help him get over. And I can remember him standing in the hallway at the house, and I just looked at him, you know, and I said something to him, that's not what I want to hear. That's all I can give you. That's the only tool I got right now. And I think he understood where I was coming from on it, but we try to have a closer, we had a really, really close relationship. And I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I try every day, and I support him, and I'm glad he's where he's at and coming back to where he's going to be happy with himself. And that's what counts. It takes a long time to get there, but when you get there, never forget where you came from. Never, ever forget. Because you will you'll be out somewhere doing something, and all of a sudden a situation's put in front of you that, I was at St. V's Hospital, or Toledo. This girl comes in, she's higher than a kite. She says, my daughter brought me here because I've been gone for 3 days. I said, honey, I know. And I says, it can get better if you allow it to get better. I went over and sat with the daughter, because the daughter had been yelling at her, and I sat with the daughter, and I told the daughter, I says, get on the internet and look up Racing for Recovery. She said, well, where was that? At the time, all I knew was it was in Sylvania. And I said, best thing I ever did was to go to those meetings. And I said, it will help you a lot to understand what you're going through with your mother and how to deal with it. So, today might be a shitty day, but today's the day I didn't use. And that's my consistent tool.
All right, Grandma, we'll hit you real quick.
I am a member of a family that went through a relapse after it was clean for 13 months. And you don't understand why. We'll never, we just don't know why, but with the help of this program, he's come back. But I know, and I'm not angry at Jeff, but I am so sad. I feel so bad.
I just want to touch a couple quick things before Jake reads the poem. You got it, right? So, Race Recovery didn't save Jordan. Jordan did that. We provide some tools and resources and some awesome other people that are coming in here, but Jordan, credit where credit's due, he's doing that for himself, so wanted to touch on that. We talk a lot in here about 4 different things that can be stacked, or 3 different things that can be stacked against us. Genetic predisposition that could lead us to have a higher risk to be an alcoholic or drug addict. We talk about our environment, what's around us, who we're hanging out with. We talk about trauma, and a couple of people mentioned some traumas, and that can be from moving to divorce to abuse to whatever. we still have that fourth thing, and this is what I think about all the time that we talk about in here is the choice. So even if those three things are all stacked against us, we still have that choice. And when what happens when we stop doing what is working? That choice becomes a heck of a lot harder. So for the family members that are in here whose loved ones are not in here, we love them. As the Dee's poem says, we're here, open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, welcoming, waiting for them to walk back in the door. So we're here. That choice is on them to get here. But you guys all need to keep doing what you're doing and keep coming back. Jake, want to wrap us up?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Note. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thank you, everybody.